All right, I am going to read Chapter 7 of Poison in the Colony. We are in Part 2 of the book now. The first part was Memories. The second part is called Poison. So, Chapter 7. April, 1619. Bermuda Eason, that is no way to bait a fish hook. I snatched the hook and the wiggler from him and stabbed the wiggler firmly on the hook. Bermuda grimaces. His sandy blonde curls stick out from under his cap. You're worse than my little sister, I say, and hand the hook back to him. He casts it into the river. Mom says I better catch something today, Bermuda mumbles. Our corn is almost gone. Ours too, I say. The natives call March the hungry month, but for us, sometimes April is even hungrier as we wait for the first spring ships to arrive with new stores. We are at our favorite fishing spot at Glass House Point, where the land juts out into the river and the water ripples by, making a swishing sound. There is a lightness to the day. We are officially done with 2 years of Captain Argyle as our governor. He will go back to England on the first supply ship to stand trial for many accusations by colonists against him. Our new governor once again is Sir George Yeardley, who has always been a fair man. A great blue heron lands on a rock nearby, then, standing on one leg, looks at us. We're not sharing with you, Bermuda tells the bird, and with that the heron flies off. Want to skip rocks? Bermuda asks. Sure, I say. We can hold our fishing sticks with one hand and throw with the other. It makes sense that Bermuda and I would be friends. We were both born in the New World when it was first being settled by the English. Bermuda was born on the island he was named after, when his ship was marooned there in 1609. He is a little younger than I, though sometimes he seems a lot younger. Maybe it's true that my mother says whenever I'm too bossy that I am approaching my teen years faster than other girls my age. Also, Bermuda and I are both children of commoners, but our parents are well respected because they have been here for so long. They are among the group called the Ancients, even though my mother is only 25 and my father is in his 30s. Bermuda sends a flat rock skimming across the water, ending in a staccato of tiny skips. Ha! 14! Bermuda grins, proud of himself. How could you even count those? They were so fast, I say. But it is clear he has won the contest. I have only been able to get 6 skips, no matter how perfect a skipping rock I find. It's about the only thing Bermuda does better than I do, which is why he always wants to play. Suddenly there are rocks plopping into the water, rocks neither Bermuda or I have thrown. I turn towards the trees to see where they are coming from, and one hits me squarely in the forehead. Ah! I cry. There is blood on my hand when I touch my face. Charles, get yourself gone, Bermuda shouts. He aims a large rock and throws it hard. Oh, I see the back of Charles' waistcoat as he scrambles off between the trees. That stupid boy, Bermuda says. He peers at my face. It's not bleeding very much. I'll be fine, I say. It feels good to have Bermuda sticking up for me. I wish he would figure out it was sickness that killed his mother and not anything your mom did, Bermuda says. I wish he'd moved to one of the plantations, I say. Bermuda hands me my fishing stick, which I dropped when I got hit. I'll race you home after we catch our fish, I say. He rolls his eye. Nobody beats me in foot races, not even the older children who arrive from Europe. But we don't race home. We walk back, as the sun dips behind the trees, knowing our mothers will want us for chores, and knowing they will both be disappointed that we didn't catch anything. As we pass the old glass house, Bermuda insists on looking inside. Sometimes this is where the German and Polish craftsmen come to sit and drink their ale. But there is no one here today. All is quiet, with only the ghosts of the men who worked here when the colony first began, and glass-making was one of the industries. Can't you just see it? Bermuda asks, his voice full of wonder. A fire in the furnace, so hot it melts sand. Me running back and forth. More wood, Bermuda! More wood, I say. My boss is yelling at me. Blow the bellows, Bermuda! Keep that fire hot! He pretends to pump large bellows. Then, when I'm older, they'll teach me to make glass. I'll have my long rod and the melted glass, and I'll blow. He blows his imaginary rod. Look, I've made a wine flask. Very nice, I say, playing along, seeing his clear green flask in my mind's eye. Bermuda is quiet, looking around at the dusty glass house, the tattered roof, the cold furnaces, the shards of the broken glass on the floor. They'll start it up again someday, he says. I know they will. It's been almost 10 years since they've tried to make glass, I say. It didn't work. Why would they try again? He huffs at me. It did work. My dad still has a drinking glass that was made here. You know what I mean. It didn't make enough money when they sold the glass in England. That's all the company cares about, profits. Our colony is owned by the Virginia Company of London. Their main mission is to make a profit from Jamestown for their shareholders and investors, either from something we can find, like the gold they were first hoping for, or from something we can produce here to be sold in England. Bermuda frowns, and I suddenly feel bad for dashing his dreams. Maybe someday you can sail to England and become an apprentice to a glassblower there, I suggest. No, he says, I want to do it here. He marches ahead of me up the hill. I am tempted to continue arguing with him, but for his sake I decide to keep my mouth shut. When we are almost to the fort, Cicely comes running to meet us. Ginny, I've been looking for you all over, she says. She is out of breath. Her blonde hair has strayed in wisps from her bonnet, and her cheeks are bright red. She is one of several girls of marriageable age who always want to know where Samuel is, what he has said about them, what color eyes he likes in a girl, and all kinds of other silly questions. What do you need, Cecily? I ask, bracing myself for yet another silly question. It's Samuel, his leg. He's been asking for you. He says he's dying, she blurts it out. I toss my fishing stick to Bermuda. Where is he? I demand. At your cottage. I take off, running. All right, guys, that was chapter 7. I'll see you back for chapter 8. Bye.